Welcome back to Skyward Sword. Today we've got a long video of mostly just learning the mechanics of the game, because there's quite a few. First one, very interestingly, we're able to move around in first person. Twilight Princess did a little bit of this. It was mostly like with the projectile weapons. But for this one, you can go into first person quite consistently and break pots.
Yeah, we're gonna learn how to look. There's also a nice ruby in here.
Yeah, this game actually takes you looking through stuff in a different direction than usual. That's the only, like, there's only a couple cupboards that you can look into and the game won't get mad at you for it, which is funny. The game also has the stamina meter. We'll go into that in a little bit. We'll be looking at it a little closer. But first, this is Pippet. He's the senior classman here at Link's school. Link, as well as the Zelda in this game, are in the Knight Academy here in their hometown. They're basically the protectors of their home. We'll see a little bit more of that overall. But he's got freckles, which is nice. Like that sideward glance from this guy.
He's like, oh god, Dumple's gonna tell you. Dumple, hey!
So you're staring at me.
For the last time, it's not a unibrow.
This is Instructor Owlin. He's one of the, the only two teachers these guys have.
All two of them. That's great.
He told us something interesting. Since this game doesn't use the infrared bar with the Wii, it's controlled by Wii Motion Plus. We can use the down button on the D-pad to recenter our camera and everything. Also, I found a rupee in this bookshelf, but not immediately.
He just had to kick it the right way.
After the blue rupee, that's not quite so amazing.
Right? I mean, if anything, it looks shiny. Well, it's not shinier, but it's there, so there's that.
This is basically what the stamina meter does. When you hold down A, it allows us to run faster. It's kind of like in the older games, every player would just press A to roll because it would make you go faster. Nintendo was like, let's cut the middleman. Let's just make him run faster.
Yeah, it's true. I think by like a few 70 something seconds, it was a little bit faster.
In this, it's a bit more noticeable. Throwing stuff is a little different, because there is an additional mechanic. You can roll, and it scares this kid. His name is Fledge. He's kind of like the Colin in this game.
Only more pathetic.
Somehow. And now for an establishing shot. A pretty one.
Yeah, it's nice. I love this hub world. It's really so... It's like a hub world, you know?
Yeah.
It's as in it's good.
It feels like a home.
And I actually like coming back here. Rather than, fuck, I'm here.
It's a floating island in the sky. What's not to love? Oh yeah, all the tutorials.
Yes.
I'll give this one a little bit of slack, because this is the first game to utilize the stamina meter. And, well... it isn't the first one to use Z-targeting. Fuck that.
Yeah. This started Z-targeting, obviously.
This guy is Instructor Horwell. He's the other teacher these guys have. He suffers from Brock syndrome.
As in, he became, like, a guy that would just explain every move later on.
Well, actually... that's a better point. I was thinking because he never opens his eyes.
Oh, okay.
We don't really talk to Horwell anymore.
We got a new guy.
Yeah, he does explain a good bit. It's mostly with the stamina meter, because it's not limited to just running faster. We also use it to climb around. And very nicely, instead of old games where you just press your face up against a block and then Link would jump up and climb up onto it, when you hold down A, he basically does a running jump up the wall. And you can get around fairly easily.
Yeah, if you know how to work, you could actually end up running forever.
We'll see exactly how in a little bit. The developers thought about just about everything. Except that maybe this is a little too much dialogue.
And they gave you an instructional video in the beginning. To put your Wii Motion Plus, buy a Wii Motion Plus.
That's true, actually. I think someone in the thread requested I record that, so I'll post that in the thread eventually.
Basically, if you have no arms or limbs or any way to play the game, that's what it's for.
And that right there is another thing the game adds, which is such a breath of fresh air. When you're climbing around, you can usually flick the Wii remote, and Link will, I guess Dumple in this case, will jump around, and traveling becomes so much quicker as a result. Until Horwell stops you to tell you something.
Right.
Anyway, the reason we came up here is because he needed to look for this little thing. Is that cute?
You know, that's what I thought too. It's like they were going for cute, but then they said, hey, let's not.
Big ears and an almost human face.
Yeah, your mileage may vary, I guess.
Your cuteness may be troublesome to someone else.
I like how the dialogue box kind of stopped, like, oh, my little kitty thingy. God, it's like he thought, like, do I really want this? It's kind of, yeah, I do.
They're called remlets, but they're basically cats. They're like raccoon cats.
Mixed with a tanuki.
Yeah. The bird statues are used to save our game. I'm not going to talk to this guy because that's basically what he was going to tell me, but I'm going to fuck with him a little bit. You'll notice when I did this, he stopped hammering on the gate, which I thought was funny.
But he's still looking around aimlessly. Like, where'd he go?
That is a stamina fruit. By using that, for the most part, as Yoshi said, we can run forever, because it instantly refills your stamina meter. But hey, now for big cutscene.
It's the statue.
That's what I was thinking. One nice thing about this game is Dumple, in this case, our Link for this game. We're not gonna pretend Dumple's his name, but he is actually expressive for once.
Yeah, as opposed to the few times in Twilight Princess. Hey, princess! The cat stole my fish! Fuck! And another improvement, this Zelda actually matters.
Yeah. She has a personality, too.
But, okay, I'm gonna tell everybody, look at her nose. Tell me it's not distracting.
Well, now that you pointed out, it will be.
Just, like every time there's an important story, like they're going on about dialogue, oh, do this. Like, I just look at her nose. I kind of can't concentrate.
Is it a button nose? Is it sharp?
Like it's like in the middle of conversation, she's like, "Dumple, would you like to?" And he pushes it. Boop. How do I look?
Yeah, that's one thing I like about this game is you get multiple dialogue options. Usually only like 3, but at least one of them is funny. And we did record part 3 during our charity stream in October, so I don't know if I mentioned it there, but in the event that I didn't, at least one of your dialogue options is like to play Link as a kind of sarcastic asshole. I'll be playing him as a sarcastic asshole.
Yay!
Yes, that was a very volume.
His face.
This is kind of a weird thing with Zelda at the start. She is Link's oldest friend. They're best friends. She has no faith in him at all.
But father, not for nothing, but he kind of sucks. I mean, you know? He just kind of looks at her. You little bitch.
Look at him. He looks at everything just in disbelief. This guy, his name is Gaepora. He is a callback to Kaepora Gaebora from Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. This game, it was made to celebrate the 25th anniversary of the Zelda franchise, so it is riddled with callbacks. Like, there are obvious ones like him, and then there are subtle ones you wouldn't catch if you weren't paying close attention. And some of them, you can only think they're callbacks by inference, but they still kind of work. It's almost a mindfuck.
Yeah, this game is loaded with... It's basically continuity porn, so... Yeah.
I'm a continuity whore, so it's cool with me.
It's perfect. And yes, that's actually hair, it's not a horseshoe.
Yes. He has the mother of a unibrow. He doesn't need a bird, he just falls.
Again, I'm looking at her nose! I'm not even paying attention to the dialogue.
Nice gentle breeze up here where we should technically be in a hurricane or something.
Was he dreaming about a taco and then it flew away or something?
I do love Gaepora's eyes. They're so beady. They're almost scary looking.
Daughter, I never sleep. Ever.
Why are you so mad? I have had it worse than you have ever had.
He sleeps on top of the bookshelf every night. Well, he just stands on it. He sees a rat, just dives for it. Ah!
I'm supposed to be nocturnal. Something went wrong. Also, Zelda is our oldest friend, our best friend. She's about to kill us. This is our friendship, ladies and gentlemen. You'll notice during the cutscene, Link was kind of enjoying the air, but then he noticed something was wrong. It's because he couldn't sense his bird. And it prompted me to press down to call my Loftwing. It'll do it for me. I didn't press anything. And if this gives you any idea of what this civilization is like, she pushed him off the ledge, falling to his death, and this guy just kind of sashayed up casually. And his only thought is, this bird's taking a while.
I know, right? I love that. In this society, jumping off of a fucking bridge is normal. They're like, oh, Timmy fell. He'll be back. It's okay.
And that's not even a joke. It is normal. Literally.
I love that. You can side flip and they'll just be like, oh, that's Frank.
And where can they go, either? This is the only main village in the entire, like, overworld, because everywhere else is just a little tiny island. I mean, there's, like, a cafe out in the distance, but that's the only other place.
I can't get over that. That's totally cool and normal in their world.
Oh, and by the way, thanks, Zelda. Yeah, your bird's in pain. You nearly tried to kill me.
How about I'm in pain? I almost died and the fucking talons clawed through my fucking skin, you dick.
Yeah, well, you probably pulled my spine out of place. What about me? Oh, your Loftwing hurt its wing. You hurt my everything.
That's a pretty shitty bird. It didn't hit anything. What, was the wind too strong? The gentle breeze was enough to cripple the fucking Loftwing?
Love this expression Zelda does. And his expression. No change. Sorry, I'm so tired. I'm just not coherent anymore.
It's fine. It's fine.
What a man you are, Gipora. And what a terrible friend you are, Zelda.
And now, like an anime character, Link is late for school.
So, how many people have done that? Show of hands.
Me!
Everyone.
And it's always by accident, because I want to get the fruit, not jump off the fucking...
It's like you would save more time if you just exhausted yourself. That's what happens every time you fall off of a Skyloft. One of the Skyloft knights will come and save you. That's basically all they do.
But I hate how they're all like, man, you should know that, am I right? And it's like, fuck you.
The prompt didn't come up. It's not my fault. Also, my bird's gone.
Dick. It said I already fell off once, so I think twice is okay for me.
Fuck you, Horwell. Fuck you.
Man, if only you had a bird, am I right? You just want to push him off the fucking... I'm gonna push you off a bridge, and it's not gonna count as murder. This is normal.
My bird disappeared, and I fell off of the world, and he drops a pun. This is not a time for puns.
Man, I bet you'd hit the floor. That wasn't a pun. I know what I said.
Well, gee, I hope your bird surfaces.
And this character has no significance, but it is showing that there are female knights too.
Well, Zelda is a female knight.
Yeah, but she doesn't wear the uniform.
Yeah, I don't think she's a senior yet anyway. But, yeah, also a difference from Twilight Princess. The characters look normal. So no flat foreheads or heads you can put teacups on. There is one head you could probably, like, stick a pineapple on.
I think I know who you're talking about.
And here he is. This is what he does with his life. Just rolling his head into the tree. This is supposed to be our introduction to the rolling mechanic, which you basically just hold down the run and then you... Wow. What was I saying?
The rolling introduction.
Oh, hold down A button to run and then swing the nunchuck.
What better way to give a tutorial than by throwing a kid at a tree? I mean, come on.
He was doing it himself. I could say it was an accident.
I just wonder, what do these guys consider fun? Jumping off of things, hitting trees?
Well, you know what? I detect hair.
What makes you say that? Never mind.
This is Groose. Everyone in the thread, everyone watching this, you will learn to love Groose. Look at that face. How can you not love that face?
Look at his hair, for God's sake.
Look. Everything about him is wonderful.
Just look at him. How about that?
He's wearing gold lipstick. And he's basically Gaston. What's not to love?
Right?
I mean, yeah, he's a douchebag, but still. This is what a dick character is supposed to be like. They're dicks, but you actually like them.
They can at least make you laugh. Something likable about them. Just look at him. I mean, he's even taking your camera. Look at that. That's supposed to be yours.
My favorite dialogue option.
Nice hair. I like that.
That is not a fucking pompadour. I know what a pompadour looks like. That is a shark fin.
For all I know, that could be your goatee. He takes it off and puts it on his chin. Just uses it for a bunch of different things. Shit, I dropped my pencil. Wait, I got it. Boop.
Takes it off, sticks it in his ear, uses it to eavesdrop.
And it works. You'd think it'd be cutting his eardrum or something, but no, it works.
It fits right in. It's like a homemade earplug. Oh yeah, he has a crush on Zelda.
Like, he has stereotypical like traits, but it's done great. That's what makes him a great character. It's done very well. Not like I'm a dick just cause.
And you know what? One problem I've always noticed with the Zelda games is, like, aside from one character, maybe, Link's just seems to be perpetually loved, unconditionally by everyone. It is nice to have a character who just doesn't put up with this shit. I mean, it's not like Mito, where he's just a dickhead. Groose is actually likable, so it's fun. Although, sadly, his little gang right here, even they don't mind Dumble that much. Stritch you'll learn to like as well. Colin, the kid off, like the short guy, you don't need to bother with.
He's just short.
He's short. Stritch is the tall guy, by the way. I kind of connect with Stritch, because I'm tall, I have blonde hair. It used to be a bowl cut, believe it or not. And, I laugh kind of strangely, too.
I like how he had his own signature pose. That's great.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, how could you not love him?
See, right from the start, they have a developed character. And they continue developing him throughout the game. That's not the last we're going to see of Groose.
Yeah.
Also, no shit, Zelda. Of course, Groose had something to do with our bird disappearing.
Gee, Zelda, if I didn't know any better, you've been taking detective class. Want to switch?
Don't know what that has to do with catching people from falling off a Skyloft.
They actually do that in midair with a magnifying glass. Well, you see.
If only my bird could stay still.
Or better yet, they have like a garage or like a yard sale, but there's no yard. They just throw all the items off the bridge and they jump. Sir, what would you like? I don't know.
Anyway, by talking to the people, they basically tell us where to go. And, fuck you, lady. I will not... How can I get lost?
Don't get lost in the place you've been living in all your life.
I mean, I know I just got distracted by a heart plant, but...
Those are common too, bitch.
Yeah, the first game to have hearts be, like, a literal thing.
And it's not creepy. It totally, oh, you know, what's that? You're dying? Just shove that right in your chest. Good for you. We have plants. We have heart plants. Another thing I love about the stamina gauge, you actually, when you lose all your stamina, you're actually tired.
Yeah. And you get slowed down a hell of a lot, but you can still keep moving, kind of.
Yeah.
And if you pick up a stamina fruit, like, right as you're dying, you'll be fine.
Or if you get hit by an enemy, it just resets.
Or if you end up walking into a cutscene. That's always funny.
Yeah, that also works.
But anyway, what those two people we talked to in the square were saying, they're basically telling us to go over here. Pippet has basically been interrogating Fledge, who was told not to tell where Groose hid our bird. Like, that was gonna stop us. Near a waterfall would mean the one waterfall in all of Skyloft.
Yeah.
Come on, Pippet.
Near a waterfall? That means, quick, we gotta search for a waterfall. Jumps off the bridge.
I'm seeing 3 of them. Which one is it?
I don't know. I'm gonna die for it.
The little Wii remote off to the side will tell you which button has, or like what map or I guess item screen has added something new. I always ignore it. So be prepared for some plentiful bleeping.
Just Link, were you about to kick the door open there for a second?
Also, yes, I still have trouble walking up to chests. But we're pretty much just stealing this sword. This is the knight sparring area, but you can just wander into the back and take the sword.
I love that. It's just right there, and he's totally cool with just people walking into his sword storage. You gonna stop me? No? Okay.
I guess Skyloft Knights have 3 instructors.
Let's see, there's this guy, there's Horwell, who's the other guy?
Owlin.
Yeah, him.
Now see, when you're talking to a student, you probably shouldn't swing your sword around like that. Anyway, let's suck at the sword controls. What do you say?
Game, sure.
I got the 1.
Alright, that's good.
1 out of 3, 1 out of 4.
You cut down
1 out of 5.
The middle! There you go.
As of recording this, I haven't started the first dungeon because I'm having so much trouble getting used to this again.
I like how you walked past it and then you cut it.
If we tried walking out before we did all this, he would just stop us and say, "Hey, do all of this."
Hey, come back here and train, mister. You know, the way Link is sword fighting, his name actually fits. You're not fighting like a Link, you're fighting like a Dumpling.
Exactly. Also that spin attack, how you do that is pretty cool. You just swing the nunchuck and the Wii Remote together. There's also a vertical spin attack you can do. Very good for clearing out, like, trees in your way. Also, you add the fatal blow right from the start.
Yeah, I like how this Link just learns it from a guy, but the other Link had to fucking get bit by a mystical wolf and talk to his dead skeleton. And here's just like, cut.
What, I already fucking taught you this.
Wait, don't make me walk all the way. Oh, you came to me, thank you.
If we tried to leave, he would just give us this spiel.
And then give you the tutorial.
And then give you the tutorial. Actually, I don't know if you could just walk out, but it's like, it's something to show off, so I'll show it.
Yeah, he'll probably say something about it.
What did I say about training? I mean, I am just gonna fling the sword around anyway.
We don't know what trains are! Not that train!
No, I don't think so. Fuck it, Dumple. When a spiked stone statue just kind of pops out of the ground and says, "Come over here and say hello," you don't follow suit.
So, you want to say hi? Give you some hints?
This is the Sheikah statue. It's a good example of one of the things wrong with Skyward Sword. Skyward Sword came about at a time in Nintendo's life where casual gaming was pretty much at its peak, and Nintendo are at the forefront of it. But that led them to decide casual gamers, I guess they thought casual gamers would want to play a more hardcore game like Zelda. So this game is overloaded with just hand-holding. Like, to an extent where, like I said, the dialogue was excessive. That's not even an exaggeration. There's too much of it. And the Sheikah statue, what do? You go up to it, it'll give you hints for where you need to go. But it's like, with that, coupled with all the hand-holding the game already does, it's a wonder the game is as tough as it is. So it's like, you wonder why they did it. This game is so hard, casual gamers wouldn't be able to get into it so easily. Nintendo didn't think it through.
But it's cool, though, because you could throw pumpkins at kids.
Yes, which is nice. Yeah, you stab a pumpkin, you can carry it around. I'm gonna carry this one around like a balloon.
I love that. You can also use your sword for silly things, like this!
So after my rant over this game's handholding, let's throw a pumpkin at an old man.
Perfect. He's totally okay with that.
I do like how the game, there are a lot of items which you can use on the villagers, and they'll all have a reaction to it.
He didn't say, hey, you threw a fucking pumpkin at me. That kinda hurt. It's just, you know the statue right here?
It's missing an eye. Like me.
Not for nothing, but have you ever been hit with a pumpkin? It's not soft. It's not something you just, you know, whatever, okay, with a pumpkin. It's, ow! My head hurts.
Well, it was a balloon pumpkin.
Even so, it's a pumpkin.
First little taste of combat here. Those were keys, which are in every Zelda game ever.
They certainly were. They're not there anymore.
This little cave is the first time you'll notice. This game is a lot tougher than you'll expect because, one, the keys actually take 2 hits, as opposed to usual you just sneeze at them and they die. And also, it'll be the first moment where you realize where you swing the Wii Remote really matters. Unlike Twilight Princess, where if you just waggled the remote, Link would swing where it needs to be swung. This game actually follows your movements, and you have to be deadly accurate much later in the game. Like, as soon as you get through the first dungeon, the game stops being forgiving.
Yeah, I hear that as a complaint, but I think it's cool, actually, because then that means, you know, you actually have to pay attention to where you swing, and it's like you're playing with an actual sword. Rather than, you know, where the game's like, slash, I win.
Then again, me playing Twilight Princess for almost, like, for over half a year, it has taken me a while to get used to these controls again.
You know what, I think I'm gonna play this game alongside with you. But,
Like, just for the hell of it?
yeah, because, no spoilers, but, there's a, at the end of the game, there's something, and, yeah, you can replay it.
Oh, yeah. We'll get there when we get there.
But anyway, let's talk about how cool it is climbing up cliffs.
How about this? We can actually jump.
That's also an innovation.
It's not an active mechanic, but when you Z-target, if you press forward on the control stick and press A, you will jump. But it's mostly just a it's mostly just an evasive maneuver. So, like, that also means when you do a jump attack using that, it doesn't have double damage like in every other Zelda game. It only has regular damage.
And it only took 25 years worth of games to do that.
Any luck? Thought it'd fly around and help you by coming up to you and following you.
Let's look at Zelda's. Let's see more of Zelda's amazing Sherlock skills.
Brilliant example right there. A wind chime sounds like her name to her.
She does overly complicated things, and all you have to do is
just walk around.
Just walk.
And just watch her beat her chest.
I was kind of hoping she'd fall. Just like, and then wimpily get back up.
Mine's the only red one, of course it is, Zelda.
Yeah. Let me deduce, I think it's yours. Really, Zelda? Oh, I love this. You can get out now. You could have walked out after the second plank fell. Come on.
Such majestic train whistle birds. And as someone in the thread rightly pointed out, these birds are actually based off of real-life birds called shoebills. I think shoebills are based in, like, Sudan. So you're not going to see them anytime in America, hence why nobody's ever heard of them.
Well, of course. A game made in Japan.
Something fun, someone else mentioned in Ambisagris's Skyward Sword thread is that shoebills eat baby crocodiles.
Seriously?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
They're big fucking birds. They're not as big as loftwings, but they're big. If they can eat baby crocodiles, they're pretty fucking big.
The first command after getting the bird. Okay. Eat Zelda.
Just make sure this game doesn't happen.
That was bullcrap, because I almost died because of you. So in order to get over my almost death, how about a full death for you?
That's equivalent, right?
It makes sense. The one thing I don't like is that they actually don't give any of the birds names. They're just like, oh, my loftwing. So I think we should give this bird a name.
Thread, first thing you get to vote on. Since the Twilight Princess thread voted on Dumple's name, you get to vote on what we're gonna call his Crimson Loftwing.
Mm-hmm. Ironically enough, recorded the same day the election's going on. Except this one matters.
Time for the flying mechanics. By the way, if you're watching the edited version, you get to vote on what we're gonna call out Link's Loftwing.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, back to the flying mechanics. If you remember the little bird minigame in the Linearu province in Twilight Princess, this controls a fair bit like that. You move the Wii Remote side to side to guide the bird. By flicking the remote up and down very quickly, you gain altitude. By dipping it down, you gain speed. And when you press B, the bird will brake for a little bit. That's the speed, for an example. And when you press A, as soon as Zelda will let me, when she's done talking, you do a quick dash, which I'm pretty sure is used to, like, take out enemies around the Skyloft world. And also mostly just for a quick boost of speed. Also, you notice invisible wall.
I love how you said that as if she was really talking to you. As soon as Zelda keeps talking! God! I can hear your dialogue!
It took me forever, first time playing this, to realize that by flicking the remote, like not just pointing it up and down, but really flicking it was how you gained altitude. The entire time, all I did was press A to dash. I'm amazed I got as far as I did.
I'll admit, too, I actually did the same thing. It was a bit embarrassing, because I was close to the clouds, and I'm like, am I gonna die? Because, like, they've never been to the ground. I'm like, you know what? He can't go up. And then I accidentally flicked it, and I'm like, wow. I am stupid.
That was the save screen. That shows up after, like, each chapter or so of the game. You're not going to see those, necessarily. Those are mostly just used as a place for me to cut each video. Because you'll notice this one's about 40 minutes long. That size of a video allows me to make it good enough quality to where it'll look pretty, but, like, Blip won't reject it for being too big. But it's also a hefty amount of the game, so we make some good progress. Like, 40 minutes or so is around, like, a halfway through each chapter, so it's a good size.
So, what are the names that they can vote for the Loftwing?
Let's see, are we going to use the rejected Link names?
I don't know, some of those were pretty good, actually.
All right, so as a little refresher, remember Pizza Joe is being used for something else.
Yeah, I can't wait. I'm dying to know.
Okay, so the 5 that I think we can use for you guys to vote on to name our Crimson Loftwing are Splink, Cough, Hambogular, Forky, and Chubbs. So vote in the thread. That should be implemented around part 4. And that is that.